everybody, this is Jonathan Spiliotopoulos. You've probably seen me around on the Divi forums as Jonathan and Forney, along with Leisha Hughes and some others trying to help out and get some help ourselves. Anyway, the other day Leisha asked if I wouldn't mind contributing to her new help site, and so here I am. Today's tutorial is about customizing a single menu item. Maybe you want to do this to emphasize a call to action, or maybe you just want to be a bit different. Whatever your reasoning, it's an eye-catching effect to have one item that stands out amongst all the others. To see what I mean, I've got up before us a fresh Divi install, and I've stylized the contact menu just a bit different than Homepage, Creative Agency, and Case Study. Moving right along, I've already put the front end back to the default so that I can show you how this works. And in order to show you how it works, we're going to go straight to the WordPress dashboard. And then we're going to go down to Appearances. And then we're going to start at Menus. Now, if you have more than one menu, you're going to want to begin this by selecting the menu that you want to make an edit to. But if, like me, you only have one menu, you can skip that particular step. Because we want to stylize the Contact Us link, I'm going to click on Contact Us. And it's going to open up my navigation label, some options to move it, rename it, remove it entirely, or cancel. But the one thing it doesn't have is an option to identify it or classify it. And for reasons that I'll never understand, the folks at WordPress have decided to hide those options so that you can't easily manipulate each individual menu item. But even though they've hidden it, it's not that difficult to find. Under Screen Options, we can come up to Show Advanced Menu Properties, and here we've got CSS classes. Perfect. If I check that off, a CSS class appears in my Contact Us options. I click, I type in Divi Help for my class name, and I'm going to save the menu. Now that I've got the menu classified, the next step is to actually write some CSS code to go along with it. And you can find the right place to write CSS code under Appearance and then Editor. If you've done your job right, clicking Editor is going to open up your child theme's style.css. If you've done the job wrong, it's going to open up Divi's style.css. If it opens up Divi's style.css, that's a pretty bad thing because it means that any edits and changes that you make are going to get overwritten the next time that Divi pushes an update. So, anyway, we're going to assume that you've done it the right way and you're in your child theme and you're editing your styles.css file, and here we're going to write some code to stylize the button. Now you could do whatever you want, and this can be as simple as coding a simple color change so that the button is green instead of blue, or it can be as ambitious as making an animated button that flies in from the top and explodes when you put your mouse over it. But I digress. If you're looking for a designer's perspective, I tend to think that less is more. Anyway, we're going along to the code. I begin with a simple media query, and I'm using this media query to make sure that the styles that I write for my button are only applying to the desktop. That's because a button's going to look pretty strange on a mobile menu, and I can also use media queries to make some adjustments to the mobile menu itself if I want to make the contact link there emphasized in some different way. So media query is the first step, and then the second step is to begin targeting my link. When I created the Divi Help class, it's important to remember that WordPress is applying that class only to the list item, not to the link itself. And that's why I begin with .divihelp, which signifies the list item, and then A, which signifies the link A for anchor. And then I've got my code in here. I'm changing my display to block, changing some margins and height, putting a border and changing some colors. And then I'm also putting in a hover effect and closing up the whole thing. When you finish writing your code, whatever it happens to be, click Update. And then you can come over to your default page, and when you click Refresh, you're going to have your nice stylized button. Anyway, that's about it. I hope you all enjoyed this quick tutorial. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments below, find me on one of the forums, or send me an email at jonathan@jdscdw.com.